Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to upgrade the steering wheel in your 17 through 22 CRV from the vinyl to a leather wrapped wheel. Alright, so when I made this video here, it is 2022 and the country is experiencing a lot of supply chain issues, as you're all aware. You currently cannot buy a new leather wrapped steering wheel for your CRV through Honda. They're back ordered and they have no estimated time that they're going to be making them again. So the next best thing is to go find an online source for a junkyard. In my case, I picked up this low mileage, it looks brand new, the leather is perfect, wheel off of a touring model CRV. There is some things to consider when you're buying a wheel. Normally when you buy it from Honda, it comes with none of the plastic on it. It's literally just the leather wrapped part, the wheel. There's no electronics, no cords. That's all there is. And you will be swapping everything over. So it really doesn't matter what kind of trim level it comes from, the accessories, because we're going to be taking all of our switches from our stock steering wheel and transferring everything over to the new wheel, just like we would do if we bought a new one through Honda. All right, so there is something important to note when you're picking out the steering wheel that you want to upgrade to. So for the 2017 and 18 model, the steering wheel looked like this. This is a 2019 to 2022 style wheel. And although they look pretty much identical, besides the fact that this one's leather and this one's vinyl, they are not at all. So if you look closely here, you'll see this opening at the top kind of has a slope right here, and then a straight line, and then a slope. And then it has these two metal, it's the frame of the steering wheel. They kind of come at an angle from the middle. And it's got these two black pins right here. If we look over, so this is our 17 and 18 year wheel. If we look here, this is 19 and up. You'll see that this is a rectangle opening, this black plastic piece that's covering it. And there's no pins. And then this area here is open. The frame kind of just goes down. So this is very important because this wheel and vice versa, they will bolt on physically, and the plug will even plug in, but the airbag will not go on. It is a completely different airbag between the 17 and 18 versus the 19 to 22 model. So you have to order the same steering wheel. You'll see a lot of sellers, especially if you're buying a wheel on eBay, they will list it as for a 17 and up, and that's not true, that's not correct. So I'm telling you what you need to look for to make sure you get the right wheel. Also, these switches will not work. So if you buy a higher trim level like this, like from a touring, whereas the touch switches and the advanced cruise control, and you put it on like an LX model, they won't work. This one even has the paddle shifters on it, as you can see. All right, so the first step is to disconnect the negative terminal on the battery on the car and let it sit for at least an hour to make sure that the SRS system is powered down completely. Since we're going to be removing the airbag, we want to make sure there's no power going to it. Besides that, this is actually a relatively easy process. I'll kind of show you on the new steering wheel how we're going to get the airbag off. So if you look here, you'll see there's these little springs, and those are the retainers that hold the airbag on. On the side of the steering wheel, there's a hole on each side that allows us to stick a screwdriver in to the hole. And what we're going for is we're going to hit. Okay, you can see with the screwdriver, I'm pushing that spring like that. So basically, I'm going to stick the screwdriver in like that, and then pop that side of the airbag off. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm just going to pull this airbag straight off. There will be 3 connections. I'll show you what those look like. All right, so you see it just kind of comes out. All right, so we want to unplug first this connection here, which plugs into the clock spring. If we push up on the bottom on this little tab, it will just come right out like that. Then we want to remove this connection here. This is the horn ground. You just push in this little tab here, pull down. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but like that. Then to remove the airbag connections, see these little white tabs, we're going to pull up on both those and pull it straight out. And so that was impossible to do one-handed, but you just pull both those white tabs, and then you have now taken the airbag off the car. Set that aside. All right, so you can see the only thing holding the wheel on is this bolt right here. Now let me warn you, if this has never been off before, it is on there super tight, and they used about a whole tube of blue Loctite to get it on. So what you need is a 10mm Allen socket to get in there. I've got it hooked up to my 1/2-inch ratchet, and what you'll need to do is brace the steering wheel. It's good if you can have someone help you with this. Hold the steering wheel while you break this bolt free right here. All right. Just gonna go ahead and turn this all the way out. Keep the wheels straight up and down. Okay. Now technically, you are supposed to only use this bolt once, and you're supposed to buy a new one. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that disclaimer out there right now. All right, so you'll notice the wheel has on the shaft, there's this little black mark. It lines up with this little keyed area right here. So that's how you know when it's centered up and down. But I like to go ahead and just perfectly center the wheel before I pull it off. Then we're just gonna lift it straight off. You can see there's really nothing holding it on. Pop the clock spring back here is kind of moving around, and that's not a big deal. I just remember where the center point is. All right, so here's what that looks like. So you can see this is the clock spring right here with the airbag wires. Just keep that white part to the left, because when we put the steering wheel back on, it has to engage this little spot right here. All right, so we'll take our new steering wheel and our old one that we're replacing, put them next to each other on a clean work surface. And all you really need is a Phillips head screwdriver. So we're gonna start by taking out these 4 screws right there. That will allow us to remove everything we need to remove. All right, so same thing on the new wheel. If you have a used one, you'll need to take out these 4 screws. So we have to disassemble both the wheels. If you bought it, we're able to get a new one from Honda. None of this stuff would be on here. So I'll just mention real quick too that this new wheel that I got here, it actually is the heated model, and this is the little ECU for the heater. And this is the extra plug that you would need to plug in for the power for the heater. To add a heated steering wheel, there's more involved. You have to replace the clock spring also with one from a heated model. And then there's some other wiring. I'm not going to be covering that. And I'm actually not going to be using the heated part of the steering wheel. All right, so the first thing is we'll turn it over. We'll kind of pry off the back. And you might just need a little flathead for this. This will just come off. Just be aware that the wiring harnesses are attached to it, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to be using the plastic from my other steering wheel. So while we're in here, I want to unplug the connectors for the paddle shifters. and the cruise control switches. You can get the little connector there and just pull the connector out. All right, so once we've got the wiring removed off the back, I'm gonna go ahead and pop these switches out. And how these work, I can't really show you on this one, but basically everything is just pressed into place. So we're just gonna pull everything straight out of position on both these wheels. There's no screws actually holding everything in place. There's just black plastic clips that push through the wheel. It's a little bit easier to show you here on the old one. There's these plastic clips right here. So just push those down. There's that one, and then there's this one here, the outer one. Just push that down there. You see, if you flip it over, everything's popping off. Help over here. Disconnect our wiring harness on this side. Careful, plastic. All right, so there's how that's removed, and then obviously that will just get transferred over to this wheel and pushed into place. All right, so to remove the paddle shifters, I got to take out these two Phillips head screws here and here, and then they'll just pop out, and that will make way, and then I'll cover it back up with this cover off the old wheel. All right. Get everything transferred back over. Got my cruise switches plugged back in. Make sure you remember which side the white and blue plug was on, because they will interchange, and then obviously that won't work. Get this pushed through the hole here. Don't forget your black plastic piece. It goes like this. Then we'll take the back, get our wiring pushed in where it needs to go, and we'll get it kind of snapped in place, and then we can put the 4 screws back in, and that's what holds the back to the front of the wheel and kind of draws everything together. We are back in the car, get everything put back together. See how everything looks. This is what our new wheel looks like. Very nice upgrade for an LX CRV. Especially since it came with this new trim. You could reuse the trim from your old one, the solid black, flat black, but I'm just gonna use this the way it matches. Looks a little bit nicer. Matches the stereo. Alright, so you wanna make sure that clock spring's lined up. Again, we wanna make sure this little white tab engages this hole right here. And this is gonna try to move on you. Pull your airbag wires under this harness through the hole. You put it on, and then make sure again you've got the wheel perfectly centered with this notch here. So again, you can see we're perfectly lined up here. We're engaged in that notch. Everything looks straight. Make sure you plug this back in. Okay. So now, again, our battery's still disconnected. We'll plug in our airbag and our horn. And then the airbag, you just line up the pins with those holes and just give it a quick push on both sides to re-engage it. And then obviously we're going to take our bolt. Remember, you're supposed to use a new one. we're gonna run this down. And torque is about 36 foot-pounds. So if you're not used to doing this, you definitely want to use a torque wrench. Get that just right. It's got to be pretty tight. It's kind of the only thing holding the steering wheel on. All right, once you get everything back together, the last thing we do is reconnect your battery. Go ahead and turn on the car, or turn the ignition on. Make sure that your steering wheel controls work and your cruise switches work. That way you know you got it hooked up right. And that's all there is to it. Enjoy your new leather steering wheel. All right, well, thanks for coming along. If you have a question, comment, be sure to leave it below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe for more 5th gen CRV videos. And until next time, we'll see you later.